Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pearl Moyane and this is Pearl Reviews. I'm sure some of you would have been wondering where am I, where did I disappear to? So number one, I haven't been feeling well. I had a bit of flu. Number two, I haven't given up yet. I'm sure some of you might have thought that maybe she decided to quit already, but no, not at all. It's still too early to give up. I'm still here up until I don't know, but so far I'm still here. So the movie that we'll talk about today is The Equalizer 3. So for some of you, if you have been following the movies, you will know that there's The Equalizer 1, 2 and 3. So if we can talk about the first one, starring Denzel Washington. He befriends this other prostitute. Yes, not like that. They are just friends. So I think he just maybe decided he's gonna be that father figure in the life of this young lady. So they would just meet in a restaurant and talk about whatever, and then she would go to work, and then he would also continue with his business, and that's it. That's the kind of relationship they had. So at some point the young lady disappears. Every time he goes to the restaurant where they normally meet, she's not there, and then he found out that she's in hospital. He went looking for her, found her in hospital, very badly beaten, brutally beaten, unconscious. So he finds her friends there. Then the friend told him that he was beaten up. She was beaten up by their pimp because she refused to go and meet this other client who was abusive. So the pimp didn't want to understand that, just beat her up just to show example to the other girls as well that if you don't want to listen, this is what happens to you. So he decides he's gonna go to the pimp and offer the pimp some money to buy her out of the business. The pimp refused and didn't want to take the money. Eventually they started fighting, and then Denzel killed everyone, including the boss as well. He even went further to kill the boss of that boss as well. And then the young lady was freed like that. So the Equalizer 2, he found out that one of his ex-colleagues, who he was also friends with, was murdered. And then he went to find out who killed her, only to find that it's some of her colleagues that killed her, because she knew some of their dodgy dealings, because they were working for the police. So they were actually corrupt police. She found out, and then they killed her as well. So obviously as soon as they found out, they killed the colleague, and then he killed them as well. So coming to the Equalizer 3. So as it starts, Denzel gets shot by this other child, found himself in a small town in Italy, shot, almost passed out in his car. And then this other guy finds him, takes him out of the car, and then takes him to the local doctor in the community. So he stays there, he recovers, and as soon as he recovers, goes around, check the area out, meet the local people, and make some friends as well. So as he's busy getting to know the area, he also finds out that it has been taken over by a local gang. So every business, they collect money. If you don't want to pay, they intimidate you, they vandalize the shop, they threaten you, they beat you up, they can even kill you. So he decided, I need to do something about this. Not in my watch. I'm gonna be the savior. I'm gonna help everyone. So one of the days, he was in a restaurant. This local gang leader came with his crew, threatened one of the people in the restaurant. At some point, even turned around to Denzel's table because he could see that this is a new guy. So he went to Denzel, tried to threaten him just to make him feel that I'm the boss here, this is my area, so if you are going to stay here, you need to behave, you need to know who's boss. So to cut a long story short, they had a disagreement, and the gang leader was also embarrassed because of the way things turned out. He left the restaurant very angry and very ashamed, and he decided, no, we are not gonna go anywhere. We're gonna wait for this guy to come out and we are gonna kill him. He cannot embarrass us like this in front of everyone. So only to find that Denzel probably realized that they are going to kill him, they are going to wait for him. So he decided to ambush them instead, because he was just one against about 4 or 5 guys, if I still remember correctly. So he bumped out of nowhere, bumped one of the guys with their car as they were standing outside, because they were standing very close to the road. And from there they started fighting, shooting at each other. Eventually Denzel, being Denzel, killed everyone, including that gang leader as well. So after killing him, the brother found out, the brother of that gang leader. So the brother is actually the big boss of that gang. So obviously got very angry, wanted to know who killed his younger brother. He came full force with his whole crew, threatening the whole town. Already he pointed a gun at this other local guy there and said, if nobody tells me who killed my brother, I'm going to shoot this one. So people came out, the whole community was out, watching what was happening with fear, because they were worried he's going to kill that guy. And eventually Denzel came out and said, I killed your brother. But it was in such a way that he couldn't kill him at that time, because since people came out, they started recording as he was busy screaming and shouting and threatening everyone, including Denzel. So he was like, okay, but then you must know this is not over. I'm gonna come back. Definitely not finished. And then they left. So Denzel again decided he's gonna go there and ambush them alone. So he went to the residence of the gang boss, the big boss, a big mansion with bodyguards everywhere. But Denzel, being Denzel, managed to kill everyone, all the bodyguards, and eventually got to the big boss as well. So as he got to the big boss, he made him eat. I can say eat because it was pills, or drink. He made him drink, forced him to drink some of the pills that they used to sell drugs, because he was also a drug dealer, that gang boss. Made him swallow a lot of pills. So obviously it became overdose. He started becoming sick and vomiting. He was just not feeling well. And then he started crawling, trying to find a way out. Eventually found his way out, but since he took so many pills, eventually found his wills, there was no way he could survive. So eventually he passed away. So that was it. I found it very interesting, very entertaining, but it was very intense also, very brutal. I feel like this time the killings were intense, the torture, like they just went all the way, almost like in a horror movie, but not really horror. It was not really horrific, but it will get you shaken up a bit, the way they were doing it. The killing scenes were really very intense compared to the first two. So, but otherwise still entertaining. It will keep you at the edge of your seat, very entertained. You will not be bored at all. Out of 10, I can give it a 10 out of 10, including the first two. I think we all know any movie with Denzel, you just know it's gonna be good. So that's it from me. Let me know what you think. You can comment, you can like, share, and definitely subscribe. Thank you. See you next time.